Okay, shall we start?
Sure, sir.
Okay. Okay, good evening, Amit. Tell me about yourself.
My name is Meet Arya. I'm currently pursuing BTech Information Technology from Walchand Institute of Technology from Solapur. I'm currently in third year, fifth semester, with having an CGPA of 9 pointers. I've been working with Python since past 2 years and am keen interested in data science subject.
Okay. Have you done any project in data science?
No, well, I'm currently basically learning data science as part of the Python, but I've done various projects for web scraping and many other from using Kiwi packages with using Python.
Okay. So, any projects where in web-based projects have you done in your academic?
Web-based project?
Yeah.
No, I'm currently focusing on Python and desktop applications itself.
Okay, can you explain
Well, I
any
have
one project?
basic information for HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, but I haven't made any web application using.
Okay. Uh, can you elaborate about your your any internships or any academic projects?
Yes, I have selected for one internship for 2 months, which was recently in March and April month, and it was for Python development, where they have already made a software which was running on Python, and it was a medical device using Raspberry Pi, and they already had the project done. But my purpose was to optimize their code and structure it. Like the code they already had was in unstructured manner and not in the like object-oriented way. So my aim was to improve the improve the way any function works and make it optimized overall.
Okay. So, can you tell me what are the software development life cycles in software development?
Yes, there are software development life cycles of various methods. We have agile development, then we have waterfall models, then we have spiral model.
Okay. No, I think my question was what are the phases? Phases of
Phases. Okay. Phases. My bad. So phases. That first phase is the requirements gathering. In the first phase, the developers, they require the system requirements. There are from the client side. So they gather that information. Then we have the designing phase where we design how our structure will be formed. Then we have the development stage. Then we have maintain. No, once we have developed it, we have testing phase where we test the application that we have made. Then we deploy it and then we perform maintenance over it.
okay. So have you used any testing method for testing the software?
Uh, well, for the project that I've made in uh, past for various projects that I've uh, performed in my for my academics and for my knowledge as well. I've been using white box testing.
Okay. Can you tell me what is white box testing?
Yes, in white box testing, what we do is that we test the edges of our program, like the cases where our program could go wrong, and the all the average and the worst cases that a program might go through, all the functionalities that we have implemented it. So we test those functionalities over there.
Okay. Do you know any other testing methods?
Yes, we have black box testing as well, but I'm not very sure of what's the difference between white box and black box testing.
Okay.
But I do know that in modern world, we use black box testing over white box testing because it gives us more detailed analysis of our project.
Okay. So in software, like software model, the first phase is requirement analysis. So can you tell me what are the ways or how you can collect the requirements from the customer?
Yes, the best way we can gather requirement from our client or the customer is that by asking for a SRS document, which will have all the requirements that he wants and all the methods and functionalities that our client wants.
Okay, but the SRS document, see, suppose the end user, they won't understand what is the SRS document and all. They come up with only the like problem. And as a developer, like you need to collect the requirements. So what are the ways, technique that you use to collect the requirements from the customer? Because SRS means that the developer, the analyst, they prepare the SRS document.
Yes.
So suppose you are an analyst and how you collect the requirements from the customer, because the customer just they give the problems, they don't know anything about, because they are paying for that.
Yes. Okay, so what will I first do is that I will ask for my customer for the aim that he wants to achieve using this program or the what output he wants. Then I will ask for the functionalities that he wants and the uh, extent to which he can go, like for the time period that he is willing to give us while for development. Then the capital he is expecting to spend over it.
Okay. Okay. Then can you elaborate agile model?
Yes. In agile model, what we used to do is that first we gather our requirements, and then we start designing phase. Then we move on to our development phase, and then if our user wants like for some more functionalities which he hasn't mentioned before, so what we do is that we after the development phase is done and before testing phase is done, so we it's like a preview session where we show that this is the application that we have made, and the client asks us for more improvement or any functionalities that he wants to add in that application, and then we again go through our designing and development phase. And after once all the requirements that are done, or like whatever the functionalities that our client want are completed, we then go on for the testing phase, then deployment phase, and maintenance.
Okay. So can you tell me the difference between iterative model and this agile model?
Um, I'm not very sure about the iterative model.
And why the industry they prefer the agile model for software development?
Yes, because the client that are from not from the IT background, so they don't have a lot of experience while while giving an SRS for the project. So what they expect us like they don't have a clear vision of what the output or the project they will be getting. So which is that is why when we develop or we make the first solution of their project, they like to take a preview of that project, and if they are not satisfied, they give more requirements or they elaborate to us the problems that they are facing through. Like this is the base problem for people who are not from the IT background. They don't have clear vision at the beginning.
Okay. So in agile model, so do you know any methodology?
Um, Methodology, no sir.
Do you have you heard the Scrum?
Yes sir, I have heard about it, but
Okay. Okay. So now tell me the difference between the primary key and unique key.
okay. So primary key is a key that can that is used to define a row specifically in a table. and a unique key is a key that will be unique only in that table. Like all primary key are unique key, but not all unique keys are primary keys. Like a unique key can be a null. We can set the default to of a unique key as null, and if we want, we can just null that attribute over there for once, but it won't be repeated further on. And the primary key cannot be null.
Okay. Then what about normalization?
Normalization, yes. So we have various normalization methods, like we have 1NF, then we go on to 2NF and 3NF, then BCNF and further on. So what normalization does is that it makes our database system more reliable, and it tries to omit out all the redundant data that we are storing in our database.
And what is the difference between the first no 1NF, 2NF?
Okay, so in 1NF, what we do is we try to separate out all the multi-valued attributes. So okay, so let's take an example for our phone number, right? So what happens is in a general database where we are storing information of all the customers or people, one person can have multiple phone numbers, right? So it's not very efficient to store the whole information of a single person twice in our table just to make a difference in his phone number. So what we do in 1NF is that we create another table for phone number, and the primary key that we are used in the table for storing person information, we use that primary key as foreign key in that other table and store the phone number multiple phone numbers in that table.
Okay. And now tell me the some OOPS concepts and with some real-time example with by considering some real-time examples.
Okay, so I'm just going to explain you the like the current project that I've made in CSI hackathon, and in that project we have like completely, and the internship that I've done for 2 months in Python development. My aim was to uh, convert all the functions which were scattered around in the program and convert them in object oriented way. So what we have done over there is that we try to sum up all the real world objects classes. Like so, for example, if we have a person, like we have a teacher, so a teacher can be a class, and then we can have attributes for teachers such as teacher's name and then teacher phone number and teacher email address, and then we can create a class for teacher. And for example, if we want to change the phone number or email address of the teacher, then we can have methods in that class which will uh, make changes to that particular teacher's email address and phone number. Then we have multiple teachers in our real life example. So what we do is that we create one class for teacher, and then we create multiple objects for each teacher that we are storing data for.
No, suppose if a class is static, so can you create an object?
Sorry, sir.
Suppose if suppose if class is static, can you able to create objects?
If my class is static, yes, sir, we can create objects of that class and then we can use it further on.
Are you sure?
Uh, for static class, or we can have various attributes, and then for those various attributes, we can have multiple methods, and we can use those methods out for our objects that we are creating.
Okay.
Okay, so if integer is an static class, yes, sir, we can create.
Okay. Can you tell me difference between singly linked list and circular linked list?
Single linked list and
Circular linked list.
circular linked list. Okay, so in a simple linked list, what we store is we have in single linked list we have two attributes in our node. So the first attribute will be the data that we are storing, and the second attribute will be the pointer to the next data that we are storing, the address of the next data we are storing. So in single linked list we will be having a start node and the end node. So the address of the start node won't be mentioned over anywhere, and that will be the base start, like that's where our head of the linked list is, and the address of the and then we will be having multiple nodes in between them, and then we will be having a last node which will be storing address of like it will be storing address null because it won't be pointing to any other node. But in circular linked list, what happens is that in our last node, the address of our start node will be stored over there, and which is why it will point to the first node that we have begin with.
Okay. And what about SQL joins and how you can like fetch the data from multiple tables?
Okay, so what happens in joins? First of all, there are like on a base level, there are two types of joins that we use. First is the inner join and the outer join. And further on in outer join, we have again three types of outer joins where we have the left outer join, when we have the right outer join, and then we have the full outer join. So what happens if we want to fetch data? So for example, if we have a student table and then we have a table where marks of the students are stored for multiple exams, and if we want to find that a student which has appeared for multiple exams, we want to find all the marks along with the data of the student, then in that case we will be using inner join over there, because we will be taking the primary key from the student table which will be acting as a foreign key in our marks table, and we will be joining both tables for from inner join, and we can do a select query of all the attributes that we are having in both the table.
Okay. So like in joins, how many types are there? Like in only two types, inner join and outer join.
Inner join, outer join, and then outer join will be having left outer join, right outer join, and full outer join.
Okay. Then what about the database schema? What is database schema?
Okay, database schema is basically the structure of our database that we will be following while creating all the tables.
Okay. Okay. So can you share your screen?
Sure, sir. Yes, sir. Is my screen visible?
Mm, still no. Yeah, now it's visible.
Okay, okay, sir.
So you write a code to find the second largest number out of 10 numbers.
So,
You can use
what language?
online editor also. You can, if possible, you can
Okay,
use
yeah,
online
yes, yes,
editor.
yes. That will be a better idea. Can you repeat the problem statement, sir?
Uh, you need to find the second largest number out of 10 numbers. You can take any 10 number, okay, input, and from that you find the second largest.
Okay, so we are assuming over here the list of 10 numbers. We want to find the second largest number over here. So what we will do is iterate over the first. We will create a maximum number which will be assigned to 0. Then we will iterate to our array and check if, okay, so we want to find the second maximum number, right? So what we will do is, along with this we will be creating another variable which will store the maximum of this array, and then we will compare if I is greater than max array 2 and I is less than max of array. If this condition is true, then what we will do is we will uh, change the value of max array 2 to I and then print it. Yes, sir.
Are you getting answer?
Yes, sir. 9 over here.
9. Now find the like largest number.
Sir, for largest number, we have a simple inbuilt function in Python, and which we'll be using. So we can just do print max of the array.
Okay.
And I'm going to just okay. So I'll just run it as it is. So yeah, 10 is the largest and 9 is the second largest that we found earlier.
Okay. So next, write one more program. Like you calculate the number of vowels and consonants in a string.
Okay, sir. So can I take this?
Yeah. Number of vowels and consonants in a string. Means you need to like calculate. Okay, count your
Yes,
unit
sir.
means.
Okay, so what we will do is we will create a list of vowels and we will create a random string or we can just take that from user as well. What we will do is we will keep track of the count of uh, vowels and iterate through our string. If that character is in our list, we will increase count of vowels and at the end what we will do is we will print vowels as count of vowels and print the consonants as length of our string minus the count of the vowels. Okay, so it says there are 6 vowels and 17 consonants. So if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think I'm missing somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So I how many times? Three times.
Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and okay. So one E is over here. Okay, sir. So there are 6 vowels, and the remaining are the consonants over here.
Okay, okay. You stop the sharing.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now tell me, like, why you want to join the Infosys?
Well, as we all know, like Infosys is a great company in India. It's like the most dream job for everyone over here, and the development that a person as a fresher, like for a fresher like me, the development that I've been going through is the best in Infosys. The uh, like the learning opportunity I will be getting will be the maximum over here, and which is the main reason why I want to join the Infosys. Like the experience which I will be getting is what crucial to me.
Okay. So, do you know anything positive about the Infosys?
Uh, Positive in the way like in
Uh,
what way? So.
Like suppose in the pandemic in the last 1.5 year. So have you heard
Yes.
the
So
name of Infosys
uh,
with any good work?
yes. So what happened is in the past 1 2 years, for 1 and 1.5 years in this pandemic is that due to the lack of capital or the lack of the business that companies have been facing and the tremendous loss because of that the companies have been facing, many companies have been removing their employees and reducing the salaries for all the employees. So Infosys in that case is like it has given opportunity for his employees to work from their home, and instead of losing their job they will be uh, like maintaining the self care, and as well as they will be working for the company as well.
Who is the founder of this means who is the CEO of Infosys now?
Sir Narayan Murthy ji.
No, CEO.
um, Narayan Murthy ji founded
Yeah,
Infosys, but
it is right.
then
It is right, but
I
now
think after 25 years, someone else took over the CEO post after it, and Sumit. I'm not sure, but it started with like Sumiti or something.
okay.
I'm not very sure about it.
After the interview, just go through that. Okay, who is the CEO and
Yes,
all.
sure, sure,
Okay.
sure.
Uh,
I need to actually research more about the Infosys company.
yeah. And can you tell me your strengths and weaknesses?
Yes, sir. So I will be first going through my strengths over here, and uh, so basically what I aim, if I get a project and like which I have in keen interested in doing it. So what happens is I work on it like very hard. I work till I achieve the aim over it. It's not like someone has given me task and I just complete it for the sake of completing it. I'll put my 100% in it and make sure the other person which have given me the task is satisfied by my work. So irrespective of the irrespective of the work that I have to put it in it, I prioritize the comfort level of the person who has given me the work in it.
Okay.
And the for weaknesses, so sir, what happens is that sometimes while development or coding phase, we are stuck in an some bug that we aren't aware of, or like we don't know where our program is going wrong, but it goes like haywire and you are not sure why. So what happens is that many people just Google what the error is going, and we can get numerous solutions for it from like various websites like GitHubs and Stack Overflow or Geeks for Geeks. So my aim is not to just copy that code from those website and just stick it in our code. What I do is try to research more and more about that bug, and like reach its root, like why is the error causing in the first place, and then try to deal with it. So which is why I sometimes like lose track over my time, and I am not aware of the time, like how much time I'm spending on just one little bug. But what I focus is that that bug shouldn't appear in my project from now onwards. So that's my weakness over there.
Okay. Uh, so have you worked in a team?
Yes, sir. Recently, I've worked in a CSI hackathon, and surprisingly, I've achieved first prize in it. So yeah, that was a great experience for me.
Can,
We were a group of 4 people, and we have made an application for training and placement activities over there, where the students side. So what happens is that uh, in a engineering college or any other college, like when they are in the final year, many companies like just like the Infosys comes to our college, and many placement activities occur, like the training for the interviews and the test for these interviews. So, in order to manage data of all these placement activities, and even after the like jobs are selected, like students get offer letters and they have successfully placed in our company. So, what happens is the data is difficult to manage for the for the like admin part, and it's a very messy data. So we have created an application where teachers and students both can interact in an official platform, and all the data that will be storing uh, for tracement, training and placement activities and offer letters that students will be achieving, and the placement, which student has been placed in which company, and even the statistics of all years for each department, for like at individual level and at department level and at institute level. We will be providing it to the to the admin or the training and placement officer of that college.
So what is your role in the project?
Yes, sir. So what I have done is, first of all, the base of our any project is to how to manage our data. So me along with my friend, we have designed the database for this application at the first approach. Then I have been focusing on the design that we will be using to develop the application for the admin side or the training and placement officer side, and then the implementation of the design. This is where I have been participating in our project.
Okay. So have you faced any challenges during the project development?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This was not the first time, but this was like the time where I had to cooperate along with my friends. Like earlier, I've worked in internship, and like those were my colleagues over there, and these were my friends. So the problems that I faced is to cooperate among the friends. Like that's not the only case in internships that we are going through. So what we do over here is like we assign some tasks to our friends, and then we tell them that this should be finished by uh, this should be finished by like tonight or sometime. And then if they can't finish it over, then we have to help them in that case. So that's where the problem arises, because uh, first of all, we also, along with my friend, even I have been coding like whole day and giving my time over it. And at the evening, when we are expecting like everyone should have finished at least one part of their project, and someone says that I'm sorry, I was stuck on a bug and I can't move forward on it. So in this case, we can't just leave it to him and like say that I don't care anything about, I just want the output of this project over there. So in that case, I have to cooperate along with my friend and help him to resolve that bug. So what happens is that I have already been working since morning, and I am tired of it, and even after that I have to work over there. So that's where the hectic began.
Okay. And okay. So who is your role model?
Uh, well, my role model currently is Elon Musk, as we all know that the person is achieving the sky over here, and he has been if we look back from now around 5 to 6 years, I don't think most of us would have even heard about Elon Musk over there. But now that we have seen, he is almost in every field that we have seen. He is in automotives, he is in space economy, he is in cryptocurrency, and a lot many companies. So the success at which he has been come through in past like 5 6 years, he has been my role model.
Okay. Okay, Meet. So, like tomorrow, I think morning you have your interview, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. As your communication skill is good and your programming and all, and you have done your internship and you are done with the projects also, and you have won the in one hackathon competition. Okay, so you have achievements and all. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
uh, don't be nervous. So as casually you attend the interview and all the best. Okay, so how you given just now how we interacted, no? In the same way,
Yes.
your interview will be there. And as you are appearing for the base package, so definitely they will ask some basic questions. Just
Okay, sir.
if possible, you just revise the some basic concepts. Okay.
Yes, sir. Actually, I got this. Actually, my software engineering skills or the concepts of software engineering are not very much clear. So I've been working since past 2 3 days on it, and I received mail from Infosys, like just 1 2 hours
Yeah.
ago that you have interview morning. So I'm currently focusing on that mainly.
Yeah, you just go through the like details even in the guru99.com where you will get some like contents related to software engineering, agile model, software testing methods, and these various models, their comparison and all. The Guru99 website is there. That
Okay, sir.
helpful for your interview preparation, and also go through some basic concept. You don't take more stress. You just revise it. Okay, and
Okay, sir.
everything is like you have done so many I think 3 to 4 projects and all. Okay, so no
Yes, sir.
problem. And you are the mainly that in this Infosys interview, mainly they will check your communication skill. Okay, so there is no doubt for you. You will do well in that. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so all the best, and so after the interview just call me.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Okay, all the
Thank you,
best.
sir. Thank you for your time, and this was really helpful.
No.
Like this was like practice for what's going to
Yeah, yeah.
happen tomorrow.
No, it will definitely helpful for your main interview. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Yes, sir. Bye.